Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. Happy Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, one day late. It was actually yesterday. But Chelsea Manning, the traitor formerly known as Bradley Manning, the one who stole classified national security secrets from our government and gave them to WikiLeaks to publish so our enemies could see our secrets, the same one who used our tax money to chop off his genitals and paint his fingernails while he was in prison, Chelsea Manning has a message for law enforcement officials everywhere. F the police. That's right, F the police. Who do you think is going to respond when you call 911, Chelsea? Bert and Ernie? Not only are you a despicable person who should not be walking free on the streets of America, let me hit you with a few facts, Chelsea. Number one, 127 law enforcement officials were killed in the line of duty last year, in 2017. That's more than 2 cops killed every single week. They were killed protecting you and protecting me. These law enforcement officials don't care whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or a traitor to our nation. They take an oath to give their lives to protect yours. And they do give their lives. Like the black female police officer who was executed at point-blank range, shot in the back of the head by a maniac who believed the utter tripe about police spewed by ignorant criminals like you. Show a little respect for the men and women in blue. Number 2, you tweet malicious garbage about 987 innocent people being killed by police officers in 2017, yet you fail to mention the truth about this number. You fail to mention that 457 of these people were white, over half were white. You failed to mention that 579 were in possession of a firearm at the time they were confronted by police. 156 were in possession of a knife, and only 68 out of 987, that's 6%, were unarmed, which of course does not mean that they were not posing a lethal threat to officers. At least 339 were fleeing the scene at the time they were shot by police. And yes, of course, it's a tragedy every time somebody loses their life. It's a shame you didn't think about that before you betrayed our country and published 700,000 classified documents that our enemies can use against our country and our people. But to claim police killed 987 innocent people, that is a lie. And that brings us to number 3, where you claim that, quote, police kill hundreds of people every year with absolute impunity. Okay, first of all, hands up, don't shoot, that did not happen. Police targeting of black men because they're black, that did not happen. What did happen is 7 law enforcement officials in the state of Texas were massacred because a radical black nationalist, sympathizer to the Black Lives Matter movement, assassinated the officers in cold blood and hatred after listening to vitriol spewed by ignorant jackasses like you. What also happened is Harvard professor Roland Fryer compiled a comprehensive study of police reports from departments all across the country, and he found that not only are police not targeting black men, police are actually more likely to shoot a white person than a black person. And what also happens every day that Chelsea conveniently ignores is police officers across our nation are brave enough to put on that blue uniform and risk their lives to keep us safe, answering the call of duty regardless of their skin color, facing tragic and perilous situations, making split-second choices nobody should have to make, choosing between the life of the suspect attacking them or their own life. While you, Chelsea, stand with our enemies, betray our country, and paint rainbows on your nails, police officers stand ready to risk their lives to keep you safe. So to law enforcement officials all over our nation, the men and women in blue, thank you for protecting our communities and keeping us safe. We appreciate you, and we appreciate what you do. And to Chelsea Manning, convicted spy and loser, get lost. And that's my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.